Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jennifer Hardy, and this is the Unstoppable podcast show for forward-thinking, driven, and ambitious female entrepreneurs and influencers. And today we are joined with Natalie Ford. Hey, Natalie, how you doing?
Hey Jen, I'm great, thank you.
Amazing. I'm so excited to have you on today because I know that the subject that we're going to talk about resonates with a lot of women and men actually in general out there. So tell me, Natalie, before we dig into the topic that we're going to discuss today, give us a little bit of info about you. I know that you're a women's productivity coach, but what else are you up to at the moment? What else are you creating?
I am indeed. I work with female entrepreneurs and help them to get out of procrastination and overwhelm, and help them to get into focused, inspired action. So basically get more done in less time. One of the biggest things that I've found by working with the women that I work with is the fear of failure. Yeah. And thoughts kind of entering your mind as to, well, what if it doesn't go to plan? What if it goes wrong? What will people think of me? What if I look stupid? So I've just put together a workbook and guide, downloadable, to help people get over those fears, understand the fears and work through them and recognise them, to be able to eliminate them and to show the world really how amazing they are.
Fantastic, amazing. I'm really excited to dig a little bit deeper into this today then. So tell us, Natalie, have you always been an entrepreneur, or where did you start this journey?
No, I started life in the financial services. I was a mortgage consultant, which I loved. I really enjoyed my job. I loved helping people. But then when I had my children, just found it a really difficult thing to juggle such a corporate demanding career with raising a small family. So I decided I needed to look for something that was going to give me a little bit more freedom, flexibility and ability to work around the family rather than working to somebody else's timescales. So I kind of felt it wasn't ever a dream of, I really want to be my own boss. It was kind of necessity really that kind of brought me into the world of entrepreneurship. At the age, I think it was 26.
Amazing.
So, and started a cleaning company. Again, not quite sure where that idea came from. Just decided that I wanted to carry on helping people and working within sort of customer services and that sort of thing. So ran a cleaning company for 12 years, I think, which grew quite quickly and learned a huge amount very quickly.
Excellent. Amazing. And then what happened after that then? What happened after your cleaning company?
Well, I ran that for, like I say, the best part of 10 years. And again, I was really proud of what I'd created and loved doing what I was doing, but it really wasn't what I was anticipating it to be. I started my own business to kind of be more in control of my time. And because it grew so quickly, it was completely 24/7 and it was just work, 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 which had an adverse effect on my health. So by the time I was sort of like mid-30s, was looking, thinking, crikey, there's got to be a better way to do this because it's just taken over my life. Yeah. So a friend introduced me to a network marketing company.
Oh, excellent. You know that I did network marketing as well.
I do, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So how did that go then? I mean, for me, network marketing was an incredible, what's the word? Diving board really to get into all the stuff that I'm doing now, because you really have to be a jack of all trades, don't you?
Oh gosh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, without doubt. I did, again, kind of fell into it a little bit because I'd started to use the products and found a huge benefit from using the products on my own health. Yeah. So I kind of found naturally that I was talking to people about it. But yeah, I found there was like quite a stigma within the industry, and kind of if you said that you were in it, because it's quite a misunderstood industry, yeah. Found it quite difficult, you know, chatting to people. And as soon as you said I'm in network marketing, it was a bit like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
So you had to learn very quickly to get over rejection and people's opinions. And so yeah, I found it a very big, even though I'd been in entrepreneurship for 10, 12 years by then, I still find it a really big learning curve.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me, why now moving into the women's productivity coaching? Did you see a huge gap in the market for this? What was your kind of reasoning to be like, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. This is going to be my mission from now on.
I think because I'd ran my own business from the time that my children were quite small, I knew how difficult it was to juggle things and make time for everything so that you didn't feel like you were just losing the plot all of the time.
Yeah.
And just racing around from one thing to another. So I knew how important it was to structure your day, to get the best out of yourself and be the most productive. And then I found when I was working with the women I was working within and actually men as well, within the network marketing business, I found that the biggest thing was helping women to take a breath and see that actually they could fit it in, but they just needed to organise their time a little bit better. And a lot of people get overwhelmed thinking, oh my gosh, I've got all this stuff to do. Where on earth am I going to fit the time in? And yeah, like I say, it's just about working smarter, really, rather than harder.
Yeah, absolutely. My goodness, I learned that massive lesson. Because you think that you can just go like 9 hours a week, like full throttle all of the time.
Yeah.
And then actually when you start to put a little bit of automation in place, when you start to actually really look at your diary and your time and your quality of life, you realise that is, excuse me, I'm just about to say, achoo, that is absolutely, I know, thank you. It's absolutely not sustainable.
No.
To behave like that. So tell us, what would be, if for the people that are out there listening today, what would be some of your kind of top tips that would help people really start to rein in the amount of hours they're working, like the kind of headless chicken syndrome, which is, let me just try and tick off everything in this list in like the space of an hour, you know, that kind of behavior. What would you say to them to try and have them become a little bit more calm and actually take, like you say, considered action?
Oh gosh, so many. One of the absolute biggest thing, which I poo-pooed a little bit when I first started researching it and looking into it, but the biggest thing that's helped me is a morning routine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really, really helped me, just to kind of, because how you start the day is kind of how the rest of the day will go. So if you start it, and this is exactly what I used to do, is my alarm used to get off, I used to fly out of bed, and then I didn't stop until I kind of like collapsed back into bed at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now I start every single day with a morning routine, which includes meditation. Yeah. Which again is something that I didn't really understand. It wasn't. It's only recently that I've kind of really got to grips with it, and it is absolutely amazing to kind of very quickly change your headspace and the way that you're feeling. So meditation, visualization, how you see the day or how you want the day to go, and also what you're trying to achieve as well. Kind of the visualization of the life that you're trying to create for yourself.
Beautiful.
Positive affirmations. Again, you know, if you start, one of my favourites is day by day, in every way I'm getting better and better.
Oh, I love that. That's beautiful.
So if you start the day kind of, you know, any sort of negative thoughts coming into your head while you're still lying in bed thinking, oh my gosh, I've got so much to do today, how am I going to get it all done? Yeah. Replace that very quickly with day by day, in every way I'm getting better and better. And just repeat that without any gaps in it, so that your brain is kind of hasn't got time to think anything other than what you're saying. That is a really good way to kind of just start your day in a really good way.
Oh, it is 100%. And tell me also, like, when it comes to your meditations that you do, have you got some favourites that you could recommend for people out there?
A lot of the time, I absolutely love your higher self meditation. I listen to that very, very, probably 2-3 times a week. I'll listen to that. That one's great for kind of, if you're feeling a little bit unsure or a little bit, am I going in the right direction? Then that's a great one to listen to.
Yeah.
And I also use YouTube a lot.
Yeah, so do I. That's exactly what I do too.
Really?
If I'm looking for like, I love to listen to money manifestation.
Yes.
Meditations. So I literally go through YouTube and iTunes and search for, like, just literally put that in and search for new ones, and I'm constantly finding kind of new ones coming up. I absolutely love. I mean, you know, you've worked with me before, and I absolutely swear by meditation. I mean, even if it's 10 minutes out of your day, to just put your head in the right space.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I feel really unproductive.
Absolutely. I think now if I haven't done my morning routine, the day never goes to plan.
Yeah, exactly. So something that you touched upon there, which I just think is absolutely brilliant, the fear of failure.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. The literal I read a beautiful quote the other day, and it was like the fear of failure, the ultimate it'll come back to me. The ultimate reason. So the fear of failure, the ultimate reason for most failures in life.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So
Absolutely.
basically, like, just the fear of taking action, the fear of failing actually stops you living the best life that you possibly can. And it's the only thing standing in the way between success.
Absolutely. And the amount of women, both through my network marketing business and working with female entrepreneurs now, it is absolutely, without doubt, the number one reason that the world just isn't packed full of super successful women.
Yeah.
Because they're so concerned about what other people are going to say, what other people are going to think, and we're just absolutely petrified of looking stupid.
That's so true.
It is just absolutely mind-boggling. And I had a bit of a wake-up call not so long ago, and I was thinking, oh gosh, I don't know, what about what will people say, or am I good enough to do this? Which had literally, I'd let it just stopped me in my tracks for weeks. And then I kind of thought, actually, do you know what? Stupidly, I'm failing by default. Yeah. Because I'm letting my fear take control and stop me. So I'm failing anyway.
Oh, it's such a shame, isn't it?
It's just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So you just think, actually, most of our fears are just not true.
Yeah, they're just the thoughts.
Absolutely, they're not true. And we're putting our fear, we're putting that onto somebody else. So we think, oh, they'll think I'm stupid. Well, we haven't got that right to put our thoughts and beliefs onto somebody else, because actually they're probably going to think we're amazing for stepping up and at least giving something a go.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, I've learned as well that every single time that I do actually fail, it's just a lesson.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Huge lesson about where we have to go next, lessons about, trust, lessons about, everything, what works, what doesn't work. And it just means that you don't make the same mistakes again, but you have to make those mistakes in order to actually grow, don't you?
Oh gosh, I mean, when I was putting this workbook together, I've done like a huge amount of research on failure and what it actually means, because it means different things to different people. And if you look at the stats of people that have failed and the people that we look at as huge successes, they fail so many times, it's just ridiculous. Like people that you would perceive as, oh gosh, I'd love to be like them. They've just got everything together and they know exactly what they're doing and everything they do turns to gold. It doesn't. It's physically impossible for a human being to be 100% successful in everything that they do unless they're doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Unless they're doing nothing because they're too frightened. Yeah. So tell us a little bit then about this awesome freebie you've got for everyone today, which is just brilliant. So thank you so much for sharing it with us. What's inside this freebie and why should we be downloading it?
I'm super excited about this because I know that the amount of women that need it, that it will completely change their businesses just so that they understand what's going on. So I'm really excited to get it out of there. It's a workbook and guide. It's downloadable. And it just goes, there's 7 strategies within there that you can work through on a daily basis, or you can do it at your own pace, really. You've got as much time as you need to, some of them are just hints and tips, and then some of them are really thought-provoking questions empowering questions, actually, to kind of get your brain thinking in a completely different way, and also questioning your beliefs. So it's almost like truth and evidence.
Yeah.
Is this thought true? And if it is, what evidence have you got to support that?
Oh, I love it. That is so cool. It's a great way of actually looking at it every time all these little thoughts come into your head, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Because the quicker that you can be aware of your thoughts, and you can think, oh, just a minute, I need to, and then you can deal with it. Then it's when thoughts are almost like a disease. If you leave them and you don't do anything with them, they'll just overtake your brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the quicker you can recognize a thought and then deal with it and turn it around, the quicker your business will grow.
Amazing. It's so true. It is absolutely so true. And this is what we were saying about actually so when you've done that, when you've looked at this thought, and you know, actually, well, there's no evidence to support this whatsoever. I'm literally making this up in my head. That is when I would then go and take 10 minutes to meditate.
Yes.
It's almost like a little clearing for me.
Yeah.
So, you know, when I've got all that noise in my head, and I've actually did what you said there and sat down and went, right, wait a minute. Why am I thinking like this?
Yes.
Like, what is actually real, and what am I just making up?
Yeah.
I kind of talk that through with myself for a few seconds, few minutes, and then I'll go and spend some time in meditation.
Absolutely, because it's almost like breaking it. So it's easy. A lot of people kind of think, oh, well, if I'm sitting at my desk, I'm working. And then because you're procrastinating, because you're not sure of what to do, that's when the fear starts to come in. And then that's a perfect time, like you say, to kind of assess your thoughts, look at them, reframe them, go away for a minute, like you say, meditate, go for a walk, do something, just get out. And then when you come back, you can start again in a completely different frame of mind.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So tell us, Natalie, where can we find that download? And of course, where can we find you?
I run a group called Empower and Elevate.
Awesome.
So absolutely come and find me there. And then the freebie, like I say, it's a downloadable workbook and guide. So where can we find that?
In your pin post in your community at all?
Yes, actually, yeah, it's it's in the pin post, and then I've also got a Natalie Ford with also Empower and Elevate with Natalie Ford, which is just a like page. Then I'll pop it on there as well.
Awesome, excellent. And how can people work with you, Natalie? Is it a one-to-one program? Is it group? What is it? How does that look?
Yeah, at the moment, then I'm doing a one-to-one coaching program, which is a 12 to 16 week course.
Okay, wonderful.
Within that, we work with mindset, we work with strategy, and just basically, just kind of reframing your thoughts and getting you more productive so that you're getting actually more done with less time.
Ah, I love it. Absolutely. Everyone needs this. Everyone needs more hours in their day, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing that sometimes people think, oh, well, you know, if you're not working 24/7, then you're not working hard enough. And it's not the case at all, because it's like you said earlier, it just is not.
Yeah, do you know what, for me as well, I actually hate the hustle. The only time I use the word hustle is when it's like my Instagram hashtag. Like, I don't actually believe in hustling.
No.
I don't believe in having to work so hard. I believe in working smart.
Yeah, absolutely, without doubt.
And I believe that the happier and healthier and more fulfilled that you are in your personal life, then that really transpires over to your business life as well. So I try and only now work 4 days a week.
Yeah.
I've got a day where I'm kind of doing all my prep in the office and things like that. And then for the weekends, I'm always off. And I mean, I'm off. Like, I'm not doing what I used to do, which is be on my phone all weekend. You know? Taking onto my computer, you know, as soon as the kids go to bed and stuff. Like, I actually take that 2 days to reset myself. Otherwise, you just can't perform at your highest capacity, I don't think.
No, not at all. And then that I always think, but what's that saying to the people that you work with as well? So you're saying that they can't run a business unless they're working this many hours.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That's just not what it's about. It's not what it's meant to be about.
No, definitely not. You're right. You're completely 100% right.
Mm.
So one last thing, for new or female entrepreneurs out there who have maybe got through their journey, but you're just feeling a little bit kind of, oh, it's not happening for me yet. What would your one piece of advice be for them?
Be very clear on your goal.
Yeah.
Because if you kind of just think, oh, well, I'll just see how it goes, or yeah, well, that'd be quite nice, but I probably won't get there. Be very, very clear on what it is that you're trying to create. What sort of life do you want to create, and what is it that you're aiming towards? Because if you don't know where you're going, that's when the fears and the procrastination and the overwhelm, because you kind of just feel helpless.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, be very clear on your goal and what you're trying to create or what you're trying to achieve.
That's a really great message to send out, because wow, if I didn't have my goal so clear, I mean, I've actually got my mission statement pinned on my wall so that every morning I have to look at it.
Yeah.
And it's not just my business mission statement, it's my personal one as well. Like, so one little bit here is making sure that I always perform with integrity, credibility, and authenticity. And just even having those kind of words surrounding you that you can look at, I always think it helps you make the right decisions.
Absolutely. And I think when you're running your own business as well, you are your business.
Yeah, you're
so I think it is. It's kind of like you say, it's like a business ethos and a personal one are exactly the same, because you can't act one way within your business and act another way personally.
No, it has to all envelope, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, Natalie, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you today. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're so welcome. I've absolutely loved being with you.
Oh, I'm so excited about this freebie. So excited. I am going to go and download it because I want to know how I can have more hours in my day as well and crush the fear. Because I don't think it matters what level you're at or how long you've been in your business. The fear does have a way of creeping up. So we actually have processes to kind of quash that and even put an end to it is like ingenious. So thank you so much for creating it, and thank you, really appreciate you, Natalie, being here.
You're so welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. So everyone listening out there, take action, get this downloaded. It's going to be incredible and amazingly helpful for your business going forward too. So I will say, I'll leave you even by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are listening in the world. I appreciate you. Thank you for being part of the Unstoppable community. You are incredible. Keep on keeping on, and we will speak to you real soon. Lots of love.